Hello friends, welcome back to ABCoin, James Buchanan, presidential $1 coin. While the James Buchanan dollar coin was issued in the 2000s, I'll also address the historical dates you referenced: 178-91809, 1857, 1861, as they pertain to Buchanan's life and era. The first step, James Buchanan presidential $1 coin, was minted in the 21st century. James Buchanan's presidency and the year 1857 are central to understanding its significance. Opening scene, slow orchestral music fades in. Visual, a gloved, hands slowly turning over a golden coin under soft lighting. It gleams with the luster of American history. Etched in golden hue, the face of the 15th President of the United States, James Buchanan, stares into the distance. But the coin is not from the year of his presidency, nor the year of his birth. Instead, it's a tribute, minted more than a century later. To mark a tumultuous time in American history, the year 1857 cut to black and white engraving of James Buchanan, with subtle pan zoom on his face. James Buchanan was born on April 23, 1791, in Cove Gap, Pennsylvania, in a log cabin that still echoes with the whispers of early America. A lawyer by training and a diplomat by profession, Buchanan served in nearly every branch of the government: congressman, senator, secretary of state, and ambassador, before ascending to the highest office in 1857. In 1857, he became the only president from Pennsylvania and remains the only lifelong bachelor to have held the presidency. He entered the White House just as the nation teetered on the brink of civil war. The year marked both the beginning of his presidency and a critical turning point in American politics. Scene: newspaper headlines from 1857, Panic of 1857, Dred Scott decision. The year 1857 was marked by chaos and controversy. The Panic of 1857, a financial crisis, triggered by a declining international economy, and overextension shook public confidence. More critically, the Supreme Court's Dred Scott decision denied citizenship to African Americans and ruled Congress had no authority to prohibit slavery in the territories. James Buchanan, newly inaugurated, supported the ruling, hoping it would settle the slavery issue. Instead, it deepened divisions. The seeds of the Civil War were now sown in fertile soil. Scene: map of Pennsylvania zooming in on Cove Gap and Lancaster. Buchanan's story is rooted in Pennsylvania. Born in Franklin County, he later built his home in Lancaster, where he practiced law and engaged in political affairs. Today, his estate Whitland is preserved as a National Historic Landmark, inviting visitors to walk through the halls once roamed by a future president. His foreign service took him to Russia and the United Kingdom, shaping his conservative worldview and diplomatic style. But it was back home, on American soil, that he faced his greatest challenge: preserving the Union. Visual, mint, footage. 2000's modern minting machines producing presidential $1 coins. In 2007, the United States Mint launched the presidential $1 coin program. Each coin honored a deceased U.S. president, issued in the order they served. The James Buchanan coin was released on August 19, 2010. Obverse, portrait of James Buchanan, designed by sculptor-engraver Phoebe Hemphill. It includes his name, order of presidency, death and years in office, 1857 to 1861. Reverse, the Statue of Liberty. Common to all presidential $1 coins, designed by Don Eberhardt. Edge inscriptions, year of minting, E pluribus, unum, and the mint mark P, D, or S. Struck in a golden-colored manganese brass alloy, the coin has no intrinsic gold content, but carries the weight of American history. Scene: coin shops, collectors handling coins. The James Buchanan $1 coin was minted for general circulation, but due to low public interest in dollar coins, many were distributed mainly through collectors' rolls, bags, and sets. Though not commonly found in your change, the Buchanan dollar exists in the millions. Still, most circulated coins today show wear and nicks, surface dulling, or discoloration from years in drawers and jars. Grading conditions. Quint state, MS62, MS70, coins with little to no wear, typically from mint sets. Circulated OXF, VF coins with visible signs of handling but full detail. Proofs PR69, PR70, special collector coins with mirror-like fields. Struck multiple times for sharp detail. Scene: painting of Lincoln and Buchanan transition. Flags at half-staff. Buchanan left office in 1861 as the nation collapsed into civil war. He is often criticized for inaction and indecisiveness at a pivotal moment in U.S. history, and yet, his coin remains part of the American a chance to reflect on leadership, legacy, and the lessons of the past. In your hand, the Buchanan dollar may be just metal, but in your mind, let it be memory of a president, a nation, and a time when everything was about to change.
James Buchanan $1 coin. Please note that the coin is not from the year 1789, but rather commemorates President James Buchanan, who was born in 1791 and served as the 15th President of the United States from 1857 to 1861. The coin itself is part of the presidential $1 coin program issued by the U.S. Mint in the 21st century. Hello and welcome to this in-depth exploration of the James Buchanan presidential $1 coin, a gleaming tribute to the 15th President of the United States. Minted under the presidential $1 coin program, this isn't just a piece of currency, it's a pocket-sized chapter of American history rich in symbolism, political legacy, and geographical heritage. Let's dive into the origin, history, circulation details, and the broader cultural and geographic context surrounding this golden-hued coin. James Buchanan, born April 23, 1791, in Cove Gap, Pennsylvania, was a lifelong statesman and the only U.S. president from Pennsylvania. He served as president from 1857 to 1861, immediately preceding Abraham Lincoln. His term was marked by rising tensions over slavery, states' rights, and the deepening divide that would culminate in the American Civil War. Although widely criticized for failing to prevent secession and preserve the Union, Buchanan's legacy is complex, embodying a pivotal, if turbulent, moment in U.S. history. The James Buchanan dollar coin was issued in 2010 as part of the presidential $1 coin program, which ran from 2007 to 2016. This initiative, authorized by the Presidential $1 Coin Act of 2005, honored each deceased U.S. president in the order they served. The coin was the 15th release in the series, directly following the Franklin Pierce dollar. James Buchanan's life was rooted in Pennsylvania. Birthplace, Cove Gap, now a state park. Called Buchanan's Birthplace State Park. Home, Wheatland, near Lancaster, PA, where he lived before and after his presidency. Burial, Woodward Hill Cemetery, Lancaster, PA. These locations remain sites of historical interest and many coin collectors, history enthusiasts, and tourists trace Buchanan's legacy through this geographic lens. Portrait features a forward-facing bust of James Buchanan. James Buchanan, 15th President, 1857 to 1861. Designer, Phoebe Hemphill, a sculptor engraver with the U.S. Mint. Common to all presidential $1 coins. Depicts the Statue of Liberty. Inscription, United States of America, and $1. Designer, Don Everhart. Unlike most U.S. coins, the presidential dollars have lettering on the edge, which include Cisco Mint S only for proof versions, released primarily for collectors, but still legal tender. Mintage was significantly reduced due to low public demand, as dollar coins never achieved widespread use in circulation. Banks did not automatically stock them, and many were sold directly through the U.S. Mint's website or coin programs. These coins are not made of gold, they are a manganese brass-clad alloy, giving them a golden appearance. Proof coins, sold in special sets. Uncirculated coins, available in mint rolls and bags. Edge lettering errors. Some rare specimens feature missing or doubled edge inscriptions, making them particularly valuable to collectors. Circulated, typically worth $1, though condition can increase value modestly. Uncirculated, mint state MS65 or better, typically sells for $2 to $4. Proof coins, about $3 to $6, depending on packaging and demand. Error coins, value varies, could range from $50 to several $100s, depending on rarity and type. This coin represents more than a monetary unit. It encapsulates a period of American instability and transformation. While Buchanan is often criticized for inaction during a national crisis, his inclusion in this coin series invites Americans to reflect on leadership, legacy, and the enduring challenges of governance. The Buchanan dollar is used in classrooms, coin collecting communities, and history museums to spark discussion around. It also offers an accessible entry point for young collectors learning about numismatics and U.S. history. James Buchanan was the only U.S. president who never married. He was once U.S. minister to both Russia and Great Britain. His birthplace monument is a pyramid of native stone, located in the serene Pennsylvania Park.
James Buchanan presidential $1 coin, characteristics and context. From 1809, Buchanan's first year in federal service in the world of numismatics, the study of currency. The presidential $1 coin program stands out as a modern tribute to America's leadership legacy. Among these is the James Buchanan $1 coin, a golden-hued piece minted in 2010 to honor the 15th President of the United States. Although Buchanan's presidency 1857 to 1861 is often overshadowed by the looming shadow of the Civil War, his earlier career, which began in 1809, shaped his legacy as a statesman and diplomat. Let's take a deep journey into the design, history, production, and geopolitical background of this fascinating coin while drawing a line back to 1809, a pivotal year in Buchanan's life and in global history. James Buchanan was born on April 23, 1791, in a log cabin in Cove Gap, Pennsylvania. He was a brilliant legal mind, graduating from Dickinson College and entering the Pennsylvania bar in 1809. The same year James Madison became the fourth U.S. President. Buchanan began practicing law in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, laying the groundwork for his political career. Buchanan served as a U.S. Congressman, Senator, Secretary of State under James K. Polk, and U.S. Minister to the United Kingdom before becoming president in 1857. Despite his experience, Buchanan is often criticized for failing to prevent the secession of southern states, which erupted shortly after he left office. Series Presidential $1 Coin Program, Year of Issue 2010. President honored, James Buchanan, 15th President, 1857 to 1861. Coin type, circulating commemorative, features a portrait of James Buchanan, designed and sculpted by Phoebe Hemphill. Inscriptions, James Buchanan, 15th President, 1857 to 1861, shows the Statue of Liberty, which is common across all presidential $1 coins, designed by Don Eberhardt. Edge lettering, unique feature, E pluribus unum, in God we trust. The year of minting, 2010, and mint mark, for example, P for Philadelphia or D for Denver, Philadelphia P, Denver D. These coins were not struck at the San Francisco Mint since they were intended for circulation and collector rolls rather than proof sets. Buchanan's home, Whitland, located in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, is now a preserved historic site. The coin is often displayed or sold in souvenir shops there and serves as a regional historical touchpoint. Although minted for circulation, the presidential $1 coins, including Buchanan's, were not widely accepted by the public. Most Americans preferred paper bills, and banks were slow to request and distribute the coins. The U.S. Mint produced millions of Buchanan $1 coins, Philadelphia Mint, over 36 million, Denver Mint, around 36 million. Many were stored in Federal Reserve vaults or sold in collector sets. In 2011, the Mint halted mass production for circulation due to poor public uptake. The coin was also distributed via presidential $1 coin and first spouse medal sets, collector rolls, and bags through the U.S. Mint website. In 1809, Buchanan was just 18 years old. He had recently graduated from Dickinson College, where he had a reputation as both a rebellious student and a brilliant debater. That same year he began apprenticing in law in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. The Napoleonic Wars raged in Europe, affecting American trade and diplomacy issues Buchanan would later confront as a statesman. James Madison became the fourth U.S. president. The U.S. economy was still recovering from the Embargo Act of 1807, setting the stage for the War of 1812, in which Buchanan would serve as a private in defense of Baltimore. While Buchanan didn't yet hold office in 1809, the decisions he made then, particularly his turn toward law and public service, paved the way for his eventual presidency today. The Buchanan dollar coin serves as a collector's item rather than a commonly used currency. His presidency is often ranked poorly due to his inaction in the face of secession and his failure to reconcile a deeply divided nation. Yet, the coin stands as a physical reminder of America's attempt to honor all presidents, regardless of historical evaluation. The rich complexity of pre-Civil War politics, a man whose career spanned nearly every branch of government, legislative, executive, and diplomatic. Though the James Buchanan dollar coin may not have circulated widely in your pocket change, it circulates through history as a symbol of America's evolving understanding of its leaders. From Cove Gap to the Capitol and from 1809 to 2010, this coin carries more than just a portrait, it carries a story. So next time you come across one of these golden coins, consider the journey of a young lawyer in 1809, the presidency in crisis, during the 1850s, and the modern U.S. Mint, honoring a complex legacy in metal. Whitland Historic Site, www.lancasterhistory.org. Numismatic databases, for example, PCGS NGC, James Buchanan, by Philip S. Klein. Biography, if you'd like a printable version or this turned into a PDF or educational poster, I can format that too. Would you like that? The Last Step, James Buchanan Presidential $1 Coin, covering its history, geography, circulation, and more. even though the coin itself is a modern issue commemorating his presidency 1857 to 1861, not an original coin from 1861. The James Buchanan Presidential $1 coin is part of the Presidential $1 coin program, initiated by the United States Mint in 2007 to honor each U.S. president with a golden-colored dollar coin in the order of their service. Although James Buchanan served as president from 1857 to 1861, this coin was not minted in 1861, but rather in 2010 as a commemorative piece. Despite its modern origin, the coin reflects significant aspects of American history, political geography, and numismatics tied to Buchanan's presidency, which immediately preceded the Civil War birthplace. Cove Gap, Pennsylvania, April 23, 1791. Death, June 1, 1868. Presidency, 15th President of the United States, 1857 to 1861. Political party, Democrat. James Buchanan holds the unique and controversial distinction of being the only U.S. president from Pennsylvania and the only lifelong bachelor president. His presidency was dominated by sectional tensions over slavery, the Dred Scott decision, and the approach of the American Civil War, which erupted just after his term ended. In 1861, the United States was on the brink of civil war. 7 southern states had already seceded from the Union before Buchanan left office in March. These included Washington, D.C., where Buchanan lived and served, was surrounded by tension and uncertainty. While he condemned secession as illegal, Buchanan also claimed that the federal government had no constitutional power to stop it, leaving the crisis to escalate. Meanwhile, his home state Pennsylvania remained a critical Union stronghold with robust industrial output and a politically active citizenry. Year of issue, 2010. Mint locations, Philadelphia P and Denver D. Composition, 88.5% copper, 6% zinc, 3.5% manganese, 2% nickel. Diameter, 26.49 millimeters. Weight, 8.1 grams. Edge, lettered with inscriptions. Depicts the Statue of Liberty. Inscriptions: United States of America, und orla e pluribus. Unam in God we trust. Year of minting, 2010. Mint, Mark P or D. This edge lettering was a unique feature of the series and was later changed in response to public feedback, although legal tender. Presidential $1 coins were never widely circulated due to limited public interest in using dollar coins over paper bills. As a result, most coins were released directly to collectors via the U.S. Mint. Some were distributed through banks and Federal Reserve branches. Others were included in numismatic products, such as presidential $1 coin, uncirculated sets, proof sets, mint rolls, and bags. Coins typically exist in the following conditions: MS-62, MS-67 mint state, uncirculated with varying degrees of luster and strike quality, proof PR69, PR69, PR7, mirror-like finish, struck multiple times for sharpness, typically from the San Francisco Mint S. The James Buchanan $1 coin, due to its common mintage and modern issue, generally carries modest value. Circulated, $1 face value, uncirculated, MS-65, $2 for dollars proof, PR69 or PR70, $3 $7. However, error coins such as missing edge lettering or double strike scan fetch higher prices depending on rarity and demand. While Buchanan's presidency is often criticized, particularly for his inaction during the secession crisis, the coin serves as a powerful reminder of a tumultuous period in U.S. history. The presidential $1 coin program sought not just to honor presidents, but to educate the public about America's leadership and constitutional heritage. In that light, the James Buchanan dollar coin represents a numismatic bridge between past and present, a tribute to a complex figure during a pivotal time in American political geography, a reminder of the challenges of leadership during national crisis. Though minted in 2010, the James Buchanan $1 coin reflects the significance of the year 1861, when the U.S. stood on the edge of disunion. Through its design, geographic ties to Pennsylvania and Washington, and educational purpose, the coin offers both numismatic and historical insight. Whether as part of a collection or a tool for learning, it remains a valuable symbol of the fragile moments that shaped the United States on the eve of Civil War. Would you like this turned into a narrated video script or a printable pamphlet-style document?